I'm going to quickly explain why I think this is interesting to make a video. Basically, the main reason here is that this topic is something that I'm passionate about, and I know lots of people complain about the series and gives us information that we needed during the peacetime, what the Z Fighters did after they defeated the last big major boss, which was Kid Buu. This topic is relevant as it will tell you, from my opinion, if it is or not the same standard and why. If you have a conflicting opinion, that's completely different and that's fine. You're entitled to your own opinion in every way. When it comes to character development, particularly with Gohan, they were able to give fans what they deserved in the latest arc, the Tournament of Power, as they tried to do this in the previous anime but sadly focused on the main characters Goku and Vegeta, and didn't give Gohan his moment to shine, as well as giving Piccolo, Tien, Roshi, and Krillin more useful roles in the latest arc, the Tournament of Power. They then visited old characters and made them relevant again by giving them skills rather than shoving them to the side like they used to. Goku and Vegeta get more powerful, but they're not the strongest and will slip up occasionally, especially Goku, who throughout the series is quite gullible, and we see this as a potential weakness. In the Super Series, they use all characters rather than just using a few like in the Z series. In the Super Series, they all use the characters as they seem to always have some useful aspect in some way. As in Z, if your power level was not quite at the height it needed to be, they would end up being defeated most instantly, unless a character was needed at a later part in the story. They included fan favourites like Gotenks, who is a fusion character that showed up briefly in Z to allow people who used to watch the series to get some nostalgia. They were able to continue the series using ideas Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball Z and the original Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball, had over the years after the movie The Battle of the Gods. The new transformations were all his ideas, and during his time on his writing break, Dragon Ball Super in a filler arc references other creations such as Dr. Slump, in which the two characters from both animes brought it out. This helped attract more fans as it showed how wild the series could be, and it attracted groups from both Dr. Slump and Dragon Ball Z to watch a new series. Well, not a new series, a series where both animes were involved and both fans could get the most out of the anime. The use of humour in Dragon Ball Z was quite bland, as mainly it was fighting scenes throughout, with very little comedy. Dragon Ball Super added a lot of comedy throughout the series. Some hated this change. Personally, I like it, as it adds a bit of ease at times where you feel a sense of urgency. However, throughout the series, we know Goku and Vegeta can always pull off some miracle. However, there was a big shock when we got to the Tournament of Power and Universe 6 and 7 sagas, where both Goku and Vegeta were outmatched in the series by a new competitor. In Dragon Ball Super, they try to make it as interesting as Dragon Ball Z by using things such as fusion when Goku and Vegeta become Vegetio to take on the big bad of the series, Buu in Z and Zamasu in Super. This adds new limits as the same character can build up more power and go to new levels. However, they both end up at the same result Vegetio had, as Vegetio in both ways wasn't able to defeat their enemy. This shows us, though, unlike in Z, Goku is vulnerable and has many weaknesses. These are pointed out by his new teacher, Whis, who is like an angel, and trains the current god of destruction, Beerus, how to fight. Beerus showed up in the movie Battle of Gods. He says Goku and Vegeta need to fight more like each other, as Vegeta thinks too much, and Goku does not think enough. Unlike in Z, where Goku and Vegeta just destroyed bosses and every threat as it came to pass, they have had some difficulty in Z, but they had no major threat, as long as one of them is around in some form, such as Fortune Paler Barber bringing Goku back from the dead to teach his son how to fight, and Vegeta's son how to fuse to become more powerful as Goku, or just as powerful as Vegeta. In conclusion, I believe the series adds in a way the original left out without giving us answers on where and what happened after the events of Boo and before the World Tournament arc. With Kid Pan, Gohan's daughter, with these events, we have gotten a lot of fan service and wacky adventures that, in my opinion, are a joy to watch. They may not be in the exact same format of the original sequel to Dragon Ball, but they add a lot of humour which is needed in this day of anime. As many animes nowadays have a lot of comedy, such as Fairy Tail, Naruto, and even One Piece and One Punch Man. Such as this is happening in anime, they are able to attract this new audience that want more comedy in anime, and they want more character progression of minor characters alongside the main characters, as otherwise we end up with one or two super powered up heroes that no one can really hold a torch to. This happened in the original story of Dragon Ball Z, and I believe this is one of the main reasons why it ended, as Goku and Vegeta could basically destroy armies with a flick of a wrist. These people with the abilities to destroy a planet without more than 10 seconds. Even the transformations were taking longer than 10 seconds. It would sometimes take a whole minute just to do one small transformation. I'm not saying Dragon Ball doesn't have humour, as it does. I'm saying Dragon Ball Super does the humour in a lot better way, and it feels more natural. Apart from this aspect, I believe there are a lot more journeys than in Dragon Ball Z, as this series, they needed to confront not just the strongest enemy, but actually go out and look for adventures, much like the first adventure series, Dragon Ball Adventure, which was released before all previous Dragon Ball animes. In this way, it feels like more of a sole successor to the real start of the journey. My last point is in favour of Z. The animation style in Z is more to my liking at times than of Super. The epic fights in Super look amazing, don't get me wrong, but sometimes, especially during the filler arcs, the animation drops, where in Z, the animation is constant and actually improves thanks to the remastering version Dragon Ball Z Kai, where they fix all the slight problems to get the best results. Overall, Dragon Ball Super, in my opinion, is, if not the same, better than Dragon Ball Z, as it is more of a continuation of the original series while taking over everything Dragon Ball Z had done right and keeping it to the same standard while providing an excellent story. The wild and humorous adventures are way too fun to watch over and over again, I know I have, and gives people, especially those who watch the original series, nostalgia, at the same time giving people who have never watched the series the old information they need, such as jokes have flashbacks when they're referencing things, and in the remastered version it's fun to watch them over and over again, but again, in the new series, they reference it anyway and use flashbacks to show this. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like it, leave feedback. If there are any other opinions on this topic, please send them to me straight away or talk to me about them. This is Viku, and I'm signing off. Have a good day, everyone. Peace out.